All right, welcome to Friday Night Live. Finally, we are sponsored by Craig Fail, the owner of Blackbridge Financial in the Palisades. Blackbridge Financial specializes in wealth management services. So if you need some wealth management help, reach out to Craig Fail, the owner of Blackbridge Financial in the Palisades, and he can provide you some good tips and tricks to help handle your wealth, which is very important in 2025 because I don't know what's going to happen next. But at least on this show, we are talking about high school football here in the Charlotte metro area, and once again, we had another great night of high school football. A little warm, a little warmer than I like, but it ended up cooling off and being a nice night throughout the area once again. So we've had really good weather this year. That's an underrated thing for sure. Um, as the stream gets out there, if this is your first time watching Friday Night Live, this is your show. Please post your scores, your comments, players that stood out tonight. Shout them out, and that's what we talk about on this show. The only time I talk is when I talk about the game we were at and when I run down the scores at the end. Typically, Friday Night Live runs between 30 and 45 minutes. How long it runs depends on you guys, how much you want to talk about. Last week, I think we went almost an hour. I had a lot to say last week, so we'll see what we can do tonight to try and top that. We got comments flying in, so let's get to them. I'm trying to knock these out on the run tonight. Armani Bird, number one in our hearts, and always on Friday Night Live. Oh no, horrible game this evening for the Clover Blue Eagles. They took an L to Rock Hill 35-34 double overtime. Very sloppy on offense and special teams. Yeah, I think you guys two losses. Are they the same score? 35-34 because you guys lost week one to Chambers that same score, man. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, but you've seen you guys can compete with good teams, so it's all right. It's all right. It's a marathon. I told someone that tonight. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I mean, it's week five. Can't believe it's week five already, but we still got a long way to go, man. Got a long way to go. They're gonna be all right down there in Clover. They're gonna be all right. Says Fort Mill's on the clock. Nah, hey, there ain't no pushover now either. I gotta see if they won again tonight. I hadn't seen the scores yet. I ain't seen many scores tonight, so y'all let me know what's going on. All right, there's our guy, J Man, the running back at Mooresville High School. 110 yards plus two touchdowns, 45-14 win over East Forsyth for Mooresville. That says a lot, man. That says a lot. I mean, East Forsyth came into this game at 3-1, and it's not like they were a bad team. They were still had some guys left from that good team they had that made the quarterfinals last year, but they did lose some key pieces. But that being said, Mooresville taking what they did last week against Huff, using that as a springboard to a blowout road victory at East Forsyth. That's the key here. East Forsyth may lose every now and then. They don't get blown out at home. That does not excuse me, that does not happen in the era of head coach Todd Willard. That does not happen up there. So that's a statement victory. That's a statement victory for Mooresville. We're gonna see where they go from here, but they are definitely on the right track for sure. Jonathan Mitchell, good evening. Let me know that Huff New Bern score. I hadn't seen it. Man. Let me know how y'all did. Okay. Elijah Bachiller or Slim, as he goes by, says, got to give Palisades credit. Man, so if you guys watch our show, Football Focus Weekly during the week, the Palisades Independence game got dubbed the Pet Man Bowl, mainly because I had those two teams tied in the both the CMS Best to Last and the Dirty Dozen rankings that I do. And there was a lot of stuff said about that. Independence did beat Palisades tonight, 27-20. I've given you guys credit. Obviously I was there last week when you guys beat Chambers. I don't know what else to say. I mean, Palisades is a good team. Independence is a really good team. They're both really good teams. I feel like I've said that 800 times this week, but it showed on the field. It showed on the field. So Elijah, keep playing well, man. Keep playing well. All right, so J-Man is talking about Mallard Creek. So if you don't know, Mallard Creek went up to Cardinal Gibbons tonight, up in the Raleigh area, undefeated on the season. Cardinal Gibbons was. Mallard Creek knocked them off 20-16. And I saw it was powered by a late Khalil Price touchdown. What a senior year Khalil Price is having as a receiver for Mallard Creek, man. Wonderful, wonderful job by him and the Mallard Creek team overall. And I'm telling you, these guys, 4-1 on the season, and the one loss coming to a nationally ranked team out of Georgia and Grayson. But every other challenge, we all talked about the Mallard Creek schedule and said, man, what a schedule. In the pre-conference that they have. Are they going to survive this? Are they going to, come out okay? They're coming out with flying colors, man. This is really impressive. It's really impressive what Mallard Creek is doing in the pre-conference. And now next week, we get into conference play, and we're going to see, how that bears out. But great job by Coach Tinsley and the Mavericks. We got a question here. Does anyone have the Providence Butler score and the Olympic Cox Mills score? Now, I was told Providence beat Butler tonight. I don't have the final score, but I was told that. And I was told Olympic beat Cox Mills 28-7. We'll go to the ticker here in a minute, and we'll see if they have the updates. But that's what I was told. So Providence beating Butler, that's a little bit of a surprise. Probably the most of us out here. Olympic Cox Mill, I was told that Chance Cato, quarterback for Olympic, was back in action tonight to open conference play, and that's a big deal in their conference. If Chance Cato is back for the Trojans, it's a big shot in the arm for sure. All right, Kim Watts. Good to see you. Still Big P. Yeah, I would expect nothing different. All right, Nate Baker, big offensive lineman from South Meck. Wow. South Meck, 4 wins in a row, 45-8 over East Meck. Man, yeah, South Meck, man. John also coming in with that game. Callaway Williams with a pick 6 and a touchdown reception. Yeah, talented young man, number 11. I like his game, man. I talked to him in the media day. He's been an important player for South Meck the past couple of years, and South now 4-1 on the season, continuing to move up. Not only in record, but in the rankings. They're going to be probably a little bit higher next week. So South Meck, team to watch down there. Joe Evans, the Road Warriors, he got them going. Man. Good stuff. Karen Belt, there's that Indy Palisades final score. Independence 27, Palisades 20. Good job to the Patriots for pulling that off. It was a tightly contested game. I saw the score updates, kind of going back and forth. And, Independence finding a way to win. They've done that consistently, this year in different ways. They got a bye week next week before they open up conference play, so it's always good to go into a bye at I believe they're 4-1. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, Chad Little. head coach at North Stanley has got North Stanley over Mountain Island Charter 51-21. North Stanley 4-0 in the season. R.A. Bruton over 300 all-purpose yards, 3 return touchdowns on special teams. Good gracious. Man, that sounds like a Pet Man player. What a game for Mr. Bruton there. Shout out to the Comets, undefeated on the season. Good stuff right there, Coach. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, keep it rolling over there. All right, Terrell Pinckney checking in with Catawba Ridge 14, Fort Mill 10. Oh, man, Fort Mill, that's the first loss on the season, but still a much improved Fort Mill team to go out there, play in a big-time competitive game against a good Catawba Ridge program. Fort Mill, we just saw, a few minutes ago, Fort Mill's got Clover next week, so that'll be another good game right there. Let's see here. Thank you, Karen, for this Indy Palisades breakdown. Yeah, that's the back and forth I saw. Yep, there you go. Also, Terrell Pinckney's, goodness, Northwestern. You think Northwestern was a little upset? That tough loss to South Point last week. 75-21. Good gracious. There you go. And that train's back on the tracks. Good stuff right there. All right, good score update right here, Miss Hicks. Thank you. Ashbrook 20, South Point 14. Our guy Joe Hughes was there. He had the updates on Twitter all night long. Ashbrook's just got something on South Point, man. It's 3 in a row now, dating back to last year. Last year regular season, last year playoffs, and now this year. So impressive stuff. Ashbrook, another team finding ways to win. They remain undefeated on the season. And once again, they're the best team in Gastonia as it stands right now, because Stuart Kramer is rolling. If you guys weren't aware, they remain undefeated on the season too. That is good stuff right there. All right. Thank you, Jonathan, for the update. Huff 53, New Bern 15. Now, I gotta say this: if you guys are not watching that Inside the Pack, the little story kind of video series Huff is doing, it's well done by Legacy 20 Productions, who is the official media partner for Huff. I had a little bit of time this afternoon, and I stumbled across it, and I looked at the last episode, and man, Coach Baker was not happy with last week's game. And they went out there this weekend and played like it. So Huff is definitely back on track. That's for sure. Good stuff right there. Thank you, Coach Pringle. Yep, you got it too. Okay, now you want to come on? The Friday Night Live is not meant for. Okay, I'll send it to you. As soon as I get it, I gotta find it. Man, we out here going rogue, man. Y'all gonna hear from Big Eye Shelby if we can work this out. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I'm a nice guy. I try to be nice. I really try to be nice. All right. So while I work this out, there we go. Let's see what else we got in the comments here. Let's see here. I said it to you, man. Good gracious. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. All right, Chris Peavy, thank you for this. Providence Day, big win over Raven Gap, 55-34. And I have updates from our guy Shaquan, who was at the game shooting the video highlights. And let's see what we got here. Said Providence Day was pretty sound in all 3 phases. Quarterback Zaid Lott threw about 3 to 4 touchdowns and had another 2 on the ground. Wow, big game for the Syracuse commit there. Then he says Raven Gap didn't have a front 4 that could get pressure to make Providence Day uncomfortable on offense. So Raven Gap came in this game well regarded, nationally ranked, and Providence Day went out there and put 55 up on them. Good gracious. Now, keep in mind, Raven Gap Only lost to Grayson 24-19. So what does that say about Providence Day? A lot, in my honest opinion. All right, we're gonna bring on. I don't usually do guests on Friday Night Live, but I guess I'll do it this week. We're gonna bring on Big Eye Shelby. We're gonna give him his moment.
What's going on, man?
Where you at? Whataburger?
Yeah, I'm at the new Whataburger out here. Hill Matthews, man, trying to get some dinner, man.
Oh my gosh. Well, how is it?
It's pretty good, man. I'm about to find out. It's my first time. I've heard it's pretty good, so it's my first time.
Okay. Well, let us know how it is.
The line's been wrapped around the building all day, though.
It's crazy.
What is it that good?
I think it's because it's new. You know, it's the new thing in the little old Mint Hill.
That's Charlotte in a nutshell. Anything new.
Yep. That's how it go, man.
Well, tell us about tonight.
We had a great team win, man. I don't think it was nowhere near a tie, but I think we did a lot of things to shoot ourselves in the foot. We did a lot of things to shoot ourselves in the foot, but hats off to Coach Simmons and his staff. They building something that's pretty special over there. But it was a good night, man. It was a great night. Christian Lyles, junior running back, scored the game-winning touchdown. I believe all three of our running backs scored tonight. Christian Lyles, Jaden Jones, Travis Hill. They all scored touchdowns tonight, so that's always good whenever we can have 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. Our defense played great, man. We had three turnovers on defense. Elijah Sellers had a pick, first play of defense in the game. We pretty much won the first, second, and fourth quarter. Third quarter, we had to get a couple things to shoot ourselves in the foot, and they was able to put together 2 touchdown drives. But other than that, man, it was a good night for us. We came out healthy, so going into the bye week, no injuries. So we're looking forward to getting better next week.
All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Joe says Victory Burgers. That might be a new thing.
Hey, man, everybody was looking for Pep tonight. And Miss Kim Watts, she didn't bring me no water bottle, Pep.
Well, Kim's got something to say, so she says she got distracted on the way to bring you water.
Well, tell her I was parched. Hey, I was probably gonna get a lawn. I was parched.
Y'all didn't stop by the gas station?
Man, I ride the bus, man. I was parched, man, up there in the press box, parched.
Oh man, well,
but Palisades was a very good team. Palisades is a very good team, man. They got their D line, their defense is pretty good, man. Their defense is pretty good. They got a good receiver, the Jelani Watkins kid, I believe. No, not Jelani Watkins, but Jelani. Can't think of his last name, but he's pretty good. Number one.
I know you're talking about.
He scored tonight, and then the running back had ran the kickoff return back. So, Palisades is a very good team, man. I'm sure they're gonna get back in the win column next week or as the weeks go on, man. They're gonna be a pretty tough team to beat moving forward.
All right, good stuff. Y'all got a bye week next week, right?
Yeah, we got a bye week.
Okay.
Then we got West Charlotte after that. So
okay. Well, congrats to you guys, man. That's a big win. Joe says the Weber Bowl goes to
Yeah, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it PG right now. I can't wait till Wednesday to see these new rankings from CFI and Prep Red Zone, and I can't wait to see all of them, man. That's all I know. I can't wait to see all the new rankings. Hopefully, there's no more ties going around here. I'm hoping this to be some movement in the polls.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll all see. All right. Well, yeah, Alonzo said now you want to get on. He ain't been on all season on Friday Night Live. Now he's ready.
Well, I haven't. Well, hey man, I just had to get on here and talk to my guy Pep tonight. That's all, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. I really.
That's all, man. A lot of people have been hating Pep for what he's doing. You know, he's non-biased and he leave it to the players and the coaches to get it settled on Friday night. So,
well, you're right. Let's keep it PG tonight. Let's keep it PG.
Yeah. But I hope everybody have a good night, man. I hope you have a good night. Though. Come out, give me some.
You too, man. Hey, let me know how them burgers are.
I will, man. Hey, just know you welcome on Patriot Drive, man. Whenever you want to come, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right. That's Big Eye Shelby after his Patriots defeat Palisades tonight, 27-20. All right. Well, now let's get back to the normal format. We got Eden Rock South, Myers Park, Josh Falls Runway, another big night, 100+ yards. He says it should have been 200, but big one called back for a holding penalty. Yeah. I saw, I think it was 24-6 Myers Park over Charlotte Christian. Good win for Myers Park. Charlotte Christian, tough night. And well, I won't announce something, but it may be, some tough days coming up for Charlotte Christian, but I'll let that, play out the way it's going to play out. Let's see here. VBD Media does a great job with North Meck football. North Meck wins against Hopewell in the Battle of the Shield. Yeah, that's where we were tonight. We went up to Hopewell. Me and producer hadn't been to Hopewell in about at least 5 years for me, and for him probably 10 years. So we had to work out some logistical stuff, but we were good. Thanks to Coach Sneed up at Hopewell, welcoming us. Appreciate that. But the Battle of Shield, man, it was an interesting game. It started out as both teams scored on their first possessions, and we thought it was going to be a track meet because both teams scored relatively easily, and it was 10-8 in the first quarter. North Meck had a touchdown, a field goal, and then Hopewell had oh my gosh, a touchdown that wasn't a touchdown, then was a touchdown again. It was when I do the highlights, I would try to explain all the crazy stuff that happened in this game. It was really an uncharacteristic game that turned into a defensive slugfest. I thought both defenses played, relatively well. There was a number of turnovers, a block kick return for a touchdown by North Meck. Hopewell blocked a punt and recovered it for a safety. It's just a lot of different stuff in this game. But North Meck pulled it out. The key play or the key series after that block punt by Hopewell, it cut it to 17-10. And then, of course, on the kickoff, North Meck kicks it out of bounds. So Hopewell had the ball at the 45-yard line. First down, they couldn't get anything going. I think there was an interception on that series. And then North from there pretty much ran the clock out and won the game. So really good defense on both sides. It was good seeing Coach Sneed, Coach Hackett. Hadn't seen him since he got back on the sidelines over at Hopewell. And then Coach Vereen, of course, at North and all those guys over there. Always good to see those guys. We did 4 interviews. Those are out on Instagram right now. We'll get those out on the other social medias later tonight. But Bryant White, athlete for North Meck, really stood out on both sides of the ball. Michael Bellamy blocked the field goal attempt that led to the touchdown return. So a lot of good players on the Vikings stepped up, and they're 3-2 on the season. They got a bye week next week, and then they face Mallard Creek. Hopewell dropping to 2-3 on the year. So intense rivalry game for sure. Crowd ended up being pretty good. And it was good to see Gary Richmond on the sideline. He told me that he teaches at Hopewell, well, substitute teaches at Hopewell. So it was good to see him as well. So good people and a good job tonight by both teams there. All right, Todd Bush, our Kings Mountain guy. Kings Mountain, good win over Forestry, 49-0. KJ Bell over 200 passing, 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rush. That sounds like a Petman player right there. Tex Vaughn, 2 receiving touchdowns and a pick 6. Oh man, he's on defense now. Okay, 2 Petman players. That's good stuff right there for Kings Mountain. I got Max Preps loaded, Joe. Well, I had it loaded. Where did it go? Maybe it doesn't have its stuff together. We're gonna see here in a minute. Let's see. Mike Eddy, our West Charlotte guys, got West Charlotte 55-0. Dante Nicholson. Yeah, I just wrote about him on Prep Red Zone, North Carolina. Crazy one-hand catch tonight for a touchdown. 2 or 3 touchdowns. And West Charlotte, Mallard Creek next. Yeah, that's next week. West Charlotte, they beat West Meck. So this was the West Side battle tonight. So I believe it was homecoming too, right? I think it was homecoming for West Charlotte. So yeah, congrats to the Lions. I think they're 3-2 now on the season. Joe said Gaffney won. Yeah, I know it's a big deal down there. There's the chat administrator. He's talking about Mooresville over East Forsyth. We led, kind of early in the show with that. Yeah, Chance Bost. I'm gonna check out those highlights here shortly. Special teams 2 block kicks. Nice, good stuff, man. Joe on Ashbrook and South Point says Ashbrook limited South Point to less than 100 yards rushing. What? When was the last time that happened? My goodness. Unbelievable, man. Good stuff right there. All right. 13-20 or roll. Okay. Thank you. That's an interesting name. Central Bears 27-6 over Hickory Ridge. DeMonte James 120+ rushing with 3 TDs. Longest run was 80 yards. Yeah, that's DeMonte. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there, man. This is a conference game. Conference play got started in this conference right here. This is the Cabarrus / Mecklenburg mixed conference. So important win for Central Cabarrus to go 1-0 in conference play right there. Good stuff. Let's see here. Also, Jan mentioned Dutch Fork lost to Oceanside tonight, 24-20. Oceanside's pretty good, but I'm surprised Dutch Fork got him. Joe, what you think about that? Let me know. He's our South Carolina football expert. Let's see. Natasha Black checking in. J.M. Robinson, 63. East Row and 7. Good gracious. Wow. It's impressive. Was East Row and undefeated? Or no, I think they lost before that. I think they lost before this game. But they're much improved. But J.M. Robinson, they're improving exponentially throughout the beginning of this season. And yeah, it's good stuff right there. Thank you for this Providence Butler score. Providence 27, Butler 21. Wow, good win for the Panthers. Good job. That's I don't know if that's a conference game or not, but Brandon Billups, our former defensive coordinator guru, so to speak, said they were calling this. Providence was calling it the Battle of Matthews. Looks like they won Matthews. It's good stuff right there. That's a good win. Chris Peavy, we were talking about Zaid Lott earlier. Said Zaid had 4 rushing touchdowns and 4 passing, 8 total touchdowns. Wow, what a game! And Coach Greer told me at media day, he said you hadn't seen the best of them yet, and he was right. I mean, let's think about that. 8 total touchdowns against Raven Gap, a nationally ranked team. That's incredible. That is incredible, man. Wow, good stuff. All right. Let's see here. Yep, Coach Akers. Providence Day 5-0. Your DBs 307. Let me know what DBs, Coach, so I can shout them out. Good stuff, man. Congratulations. Let's see here. Gary Ashley checking in with this update. Reagan 24, Lake Norman 21. Good win for Lake Norman. Reagan. Can you tell it's 12:30 a.m.? What? Oh, man. 2 losses now for Lake Norman in a row. They got to get that thing turned around. I know they will. But, both we talked about it on the Tuesday show Between the Lines. Both of those teams were coming off of tough losses. They were going to be motivated. So I felt like that was going to be a good football game right there. And it turned out to be one. All right, Amari Broom, talented defensive lineman at Stuart Kramer. Stuart Kramer, 70-0. Good gracious. What has gotten into these guys? I mean, they're still undefeated on the season. Who did y'all play? I can't. Oh, Highland Tech. That's right. Someone told me Highland Tech. That's right. Okay. Good win for Stuart Cramer. They're rolling, still undefeated, and we'll see what they got next week. We got to get down there. I got to see Ashbrook. I got to see Stuart Cramer. We got to get to Gaston County, man. We gonna get down there soon. Let us know what the biggest surprise was tonight. Let us know. Let's see here. Metrolina game. Do we have anything? So we're about to get to the ticker here in just a second. Candace McLean checking in. Northwest Cabarrus 44, South Rowan 13. Yeah, I saw that score because Dom Baker, the freshman who's been playing defensive back for Northwest Cabarrus, tagged me in his highlights. Looked like he had a strip fumble return for a touchdown in that one. So good stuff for Northwest Cabarrus. Good job to get off to a good win in conference play. Speaking of conference play, Thomas Honeycutt's got A.L. Brown 48, Harding 0. I follow the A.L. Brown Facebook page, and they posted a picture from when Nick Maddox broke he broke some record. I can't remember what it was, but they broke it against us. And I say us, I mean Harding. Back in 1998, when I was a senior, playing both O-line and D-line. And I remember that night. They stopped the game and they honored him and all this stuff. And I told him after the game, I said, look, man, I know, Florida State's on you, but you need to go to Carolina. And he didn't listen to me, but anyway, neither here nor there. We lost by the same score. We lost by that same exact score, 48-0. So when I saw that, I'm like, even in 2025, I can't get away from it, man. I can't get away. Well, thank you for the update, Thomas. Trayvon Gaither, our Statesville guy, Statesville 35, West Stokes 7. Greyhounds still rolling. Still undefeated, man. Congratulations to Statesville. Let us know who played well, and we'll shout them out for sure. All right, let's get the ticker up and see what we got. If it's working on Max Preps, I had a couple people tell me the Max Preps ticker wasn't working, and hopefully, it's coming up. So we got some scores, and we're gonna go with it. Let's try to get it up here on the screen, and let's go through these together and see all the scores. This is my first time seeing a lot of these scores, so it's gonna be interesting. All right, so there's A.L. Brown. Well, there you go. A.L. Brown 48, Harding 0 we just talked about. There's Reagan Lake Norman, Huff over New Bern we talked about. Of course, we talked about North Mac Hopewell. That's where we were tonight. Carson with a nice win over Salisbury, 41-20. A much improved Carson team. Salisbury's a little bit down this year. West Cabarrus getting their first win. Congrats to Coach Matt Jenkins and those guys. 35-6 over Berry. Good football game at Chambers. I knew it would be. Archie Kell 16, Chambers 13. Archie Kell back in the win column after the tough loss to South Meck in overtime. Chambers have now lost 2 in a row. There's Northwest Cabarrus, South Rowan we just talked about. Our guy, the engine, Rocky River 20-0 over Gander, getting their second win on the season. We talked about North Stanley Mountain Island Charter. Coach Little from North Stanley gave us that update. Let's see. We talked about East Meck, South Meck. South Meck won that 45-8. Weddington big over Charlotte Catholic. Wow, 42-7. That is a conference game. They started conference play in the Southern Carolina Conference. Corvian, big win, 35-0 over Lake Norman Charter. Concord over West Rowan. That's a good win for Concord right there, 32-19. North Rowan, big over Union Academy, 49-7. North Iredale, big over Pine Lake, 49-7. We talked about Central Cabarrus, Hickory Ridge right there. There's Myers Park, Charlotte Christian, 24-6. South Stanley over Bonnie Cone, 47-0. Christ the King, good win over Lincoln Charter, 35-14. Yeah, Coach Charlie Jackson, good win right there. There's West Charlotte over West Meck. Providence Day over Raven Gap. Olympic 35-14 over Cox Mill. Mount Pleasant over West Davidson 38-20. There's J.M. Robinson over East we just talked about. Charlotte Latin remaining undefeated on the season 35-12 over Christ School. Charlotte Latin getting it done. There's the big win, Malley Creek over Cardinal Gibbons we talked about. There's Indy Palisades. Thomas Jefferson over Albemarle 20-6. Forest Hills remaining undefeated over Hope County 21-0. Mount Airy over St. Stephen's right there. This was a little bit of a surprise. Porter Ridge 42, Cuthbertson 17. Cuthbertson typically a really strong defensive team, but Porter Ridge pulling out the offense tonight, moving to 4-1 on the season. Good win for the Pirates right there. There's Mooresville over East Forsyth. Tight game. Marvin Ridge 13, Piedmont 7. That's good competitive football right there for Piedmont, showing the progress that Coach Dillard's making in the program right there. Freedom big over AC Reynolds. Wow, AC Reynolds struggling this year, 70-20. Wow. Let's see. Here's some more outer area scores right there. Lincolnton over East Gaston 42-0. Some of these probably not updated because Max Preps was having issues. There's Ashbrook over South Point we talked about. West Iredale suffers their first loss on the season. Maiden gets them 21-0. Indian Land over Parkwood 48-0. And then some more outer area scores. More. All right, that's it. All right, so hopefully we'll get some more updates tomorrow. But that looks like it's the end of the. Well, we got a couple comments came in. Okay. Coach Akers has got Moses, Poku, Ken Cam, and AJ Barnes in those interceptions. All right, I got you, Coach. Appreciate that, man. And there's Kings Mountain once again, 49-0 over Forest View. Linebacker from Stuart Kramer, Chris Worster, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 for TD, 1 rushing TD, and 8 tackles. All right, good stuff, man. Keep it rolling, Chris. You guys are playing really well, man. We're going to try to get down there soon. Let's see here. Slick DeVille. Shout out to my nephew, DJ Bacon, number 33, starting middle linebacker for Archer Kill. Yeah, we just saw that score. Man. Congratulations, man. Let me know what he did. Let me know his stats. We'll see if we can get him into Pet Man's players if he had a big game, man. Good stuff right there. All right. Yeah, I think that about does it for Friday Night Live tonight. You guys are great as always. Working on pictures from North Mac and Hopewell now. I'll try to get those up on our photo website tonight. We'll have some video tomorrow for sure, and we'll try to get those interviews on the other socials tonight, also on Twitter and Facebook. They're up on Instagram now. So Sydney Cronin just beating the buzzer. South Iredale 48, Alexander Central 44. Wow, what an offensive outburst for both of those teams. Great football right there. Congrats to the Vikings and Coach Linville for pulling out a fun one right there. That's good stuff, Cindy. Appreciate you sending that in. All right. That being said, everybody have a great weekend. And tomorrow we got college football, so enjoy that. And then got the NFL again on Sunday. At least the Panthers are at home. So if you're going to the game, go out there and enjoy it. The weather should be really nice. And I'll be back Tuesday on Between the Lines, our deep depth dive into Charlotte Metro area high school football at 8 o'clock. And then Wednesday show a Football Focus Weekly, which will be highly anticipated as we update the rankings. And I got a lot of work to do. Let's see. Oh, now y'all want more comments. All right, let's get these in real quick. Yeah, we talked about Malley Creek, big win over Cardinal Gibbons, man. Great job. If you guys are back, hope you get home safe, man. Congratulations. Rice beat Charlotte last night, 28-17. It's going to be a long year for Charlotte. It's going to be a long year, but, I will say this about Charlotte, and we're talking about Charlotte 49er college football. They are dedicated to recruiting the area. I can tell you that for a fact. So that's one of the reasons why Petman players exist. So I can't say no more than that. But anyway. All right. Cindy also sharing that South scored 29 points in the last 344. Good gracious. Wow. I gotta see those highlights. And yeah, Coach, we talked about Huff. Yep. We saw you guys are back to normal. So, all right. Y'all have a great weekend. See you on Tuesday night on Between the Lines.